there, I thought it would be fun to film a tour of my art workspace or my art studio, if you want to call it that. I just thought it'd be fun. So if you saw my last video, or not my last video, but the video before that, I filmed a quick little, funny little tour video making fun of how disorganized I was. And it's still kind of disorganized, but I think this is a little bit better, and it's probably as organized as I'm ever gonna get. So, yeah, so let me just jump right into it. This is, this is where I work. It's just a, a cheap table that we got at Pier 1 when we moved into this place when did we move here? Last December. And yeah, and I've kind of commandeered it and made this little corner my little art corner. So on my desk I have this book that I made. I made it. I'm kind of actually proud of it. It's the first time I made like a little book with, I made it with I think some twine I had left over, and I'm making a like a color chart with it. So this will be like my book of not color chart but color mixes, and so far I've only done my ultramarine blue. It's kind of, how it is, it's kind of tedious doing them, but and then I have my my watercolor journal. Here's the first page. I'll probably do a tour of it when I get it all filled up, which should be soon because I've been working on it a lot. And then this is practice paper that I got a couple weeks ago, and here's a book that I'm reading by Kathy Johnson, and doing all of the exercises. So I've got it, ready for me if I want to journal, if I want to do my color mixing, if I want to, do like a study or do something from the book. It's all here. And then I've got all of my brushes. I don't have a whole lot of expensive brushes. I really need to invest in better brushes, but these do me just fine for now. So I have everything I need here. All of my brushes. I have a toothbrush for splattering, palette knife, all that stuff, scissors, all that stuff, clips. I have I have some shells here that I leave here because I did a study of them a couple weeks ago, I want to say, and I really like the pattern and the colors on these two. These are this is a snail. I think this is a lightning whelk snail. I could be wrong, I'm not sure. And then this one, I don't remember what it is. And, just these two common scallops. I don't remember what that one is, but I just think it's good to have like little things. If I get bored, or if I have like, a block and I can't think of what to paint, I have something, there that I can, do a little study on. And I have these blue jay feathers. I keep finding blue jay feathers, and I tried to paint them. I think I have like 4 just that I've found in the past like couple weeks, and so I just keep them on my desk in case I want to try to paint them again. I'm not really that good at feathers. Then of course my little water well rinsing station here. I like this one. This one's I think it's only a year old, but it's already, you see it's already messy, but I love this one because it has 2 reservoirs. And I like that this one has, for cleaning, and then this one is for clean water. Love it. I've got my 2 water brushes that I'm still learning how to control water. I have a very difficult time with, water control, as I think a lot of newbies like me do. And I bought this water brush last week, and I really like it because it's it doesn't, when you're using it, it doesn't, like, the water doesn't just like flow out, crazy. And, you have to actually push on it to get the water to come out. And I like that. And then this one, I think this one's a Pentel one. Yeah, this is a Pentel one. And it's very flowy. And I mean, it's good to work with it anyway, even though it's really flowy, because it really helps me to learn how to control water. I really have to pay attention. And then I have another extra old, coffee canister for more water when I'm working on something, where I need more water. I have got 2 spray bottles. I have this palette that actually I've only been using for about a month. I just got it. It's just like a cheap, I think like I got it for like $7.99 or $6.99, maybe even cheaper. And then like my little color swatches here, so I've got it ready to go. And yeah, so I've been using that, and I kind of like it because it's smaller. I actually have another bigger one that that I'll show you. So I keep my papers right behind me, and I have both you know, expensive paper and then cheap paper. This Strathmore one I really don't like. I like the yellow one. This one's only 90 pound. I like the one that comes, I actually just ordered some. This one, the top came off, but it's the one, it's Strathmore paper, and it's the one that comes in the yellow pad, and I really like that a lot. But I also like, you know, Arches is everyone's favorite. I actually got this one. I did a painting of a friend of mine's water pump behind their house. It was like this old antique water pump, and they sent it, and I sent it to them, and they sent me this as a thank you, which is great because, you know, Arches is expensive. And then I have, you know, a bigger one, a 12 by 16, and then this, where is this, some more Canson water paper. That I don't really like that one that much either, but I keep them around because it's good to have cheap paper for, you know, for practicing. And then I've got I have a table easel that my husband bought me, I think for my birthday a few years ago. And then I've got this little box down here. If you're a beginner, and if you're a beginner watercolor, if you'd like to get into watercolor, I would totally recommend this. There's a box that's made by this company called Royal and Langnickel, and it comes with everything you need. It comes with, you know, paint, brushes. It even comes with like a little water brush. It just doesn't come with, it doesn't come with paper, but it comes with like every color that you need. I think it came with like 12 colors, and then it comes with some decent brushes that I still use. These kind of brushes, Royal brushes, and it came with a bunch of flat and then like a bunch of round. And I think there were 3 round, 3 flat, and then 1 rigger brush. If you don't know what a rigger brush, it looks like this. It wasn't this one, but it looks like this. It's you know, like it's good for doing branches and squiggly lines and stuff like that. So I keep everything that I've been working on or that I'm finished over here. I really should put them away. And then if you'd like, I mean, I'll show you a couple. You know, I'm still learning. And these are like this actually, and this, and I'll show you this one is from the book that I'm reading by Kathy Johnson that I love so much. And then here's the shells I just showed you. I'll probably do another study of them. So, and then this in this drawer I've got like all like adhesive things. Like I have the Mod Podge that was in my last video. I love craft stick glue. I love it. It's great. I have my thumbtacks, some painter's tape, and you know, you can get painter's tape at the art store. You can get it at Ace Hardware, and it's way cheaper at Ace Hardware, or not necessarily Ace Hardware, but just at the hardware store. So I've got double tape, which I'm running out. My new washi tape. Got transfer paper. I don't know why it's in there, but I put it in there. These are the only stamps I own. I know some people, when you watch their tours, they've got like an entire wall full of stamps, but I have a few. I'd like to get some more, but it's just, you know, when it comes to like, I love art journaling and I love to watch like mixed media artists and stuff like that, and I would love to dabble in it a little bit more, but my gosh, it's like so much stuff you have to buy. So then there's binder, clips, some glue, metal glue. I love this glue. It's probably really highly toxic and poisonous, but I love it. So what else do I have in there? Oh, some magnets, and oh, there's an eraser in there I found. I put it in here. Okay. Then you know, just some paper, some mixed media cards. I want to make my own Christmas cards this year. Watercolor postcards, Yupo paper, pads, more paper. I have an old, this is an old oil painting I did a long time ago, probably like 20 years ago. I like it, and you know, it's not my best, obviously, but it's just like a cute little thing. It looks like a teenager did it, which is basically what I was. And I always think like, you know, someday I'll paint over it, but, you know, just so I can have the the canvas to use, and I'm going to paint over it, but I don't know. It's got some drawing books. I have some frames in here. I've got an old painting, and some more frames. And then this is my other palette, and it's bigger, and I like it a lot because it's big and it can hold a lot of paint. But I think until I get like a bigger workspace, like a bigger table or desk to work at, I just think like this is just way too big. And like this is metal, which was why I liked it, but it's like super sharp, and I'm always afraid I'm gonna cut myself. But yeah, but I really like this palette a lot. I love it. I think it was like $21. So I have all of my scrap paper, or like my origami paper, all kinds of like miscellaneous things that I don't want to throw out, but I'm not really doing anything with at the moment, or like a painting that didn't go very well, so keep that in there. I have glycerin. I've got, oh, this is my stun gun. When I was living in Dallas, I was living in a really highly populated area, and there were like some creepers sometimes at this park I used to have to walk my dog at, so I bought a stun gun. Thankfully, I never had to use it. So I have my extra staples, which I don't know where my here's my stapler. It's in my little thing, so I should put that in there. Okay. Just like, and then cork, like little cork. I save corks, and some glitter. These are the two paints. Wait, here we go. These are the two paints I bought last week. And then I have some glycerin that I use to keep my paint from drying out, which is really not too much of a problem in Florida because it's so humid. Then I have, excuse me, in this drawer, I have my folder of reference photos. So I have like all kinds of photos of things that I like, or pictures that I've taken and printed out, or magazine photos. Like, see, this is a magazine with like different cloths with beautiful colors and designs. I thought it would be nice to do like little studies of, just for myself. And that's a picture of a hibiscus that I took. And just like little reference photos. I don't really have any order to them. There's my little sewing tin, so it's got all of my sewing things. So moving on to my new like little organizer. Well, this isn't new, but this is just, I don't know, like a little carousel of miscellaneous things. I just put my staples in there. I've got my asthma inhaler in there. I really shouldn't be in there, but I've got, and this is cuticle scissors and a nail file, but oh well. Coupons, and like I have this eraser that I don't throw out, but I don't really use. But this kind of eraser, these kind of erasers are good for liquid frisket, masking fluid. But I really prefer these kind, these kind of, this is a cheap Hello Kitty one, but these kind of like mushy, soft eraser. These are the ones that I prefer because they're soft. What else do I have in here? Pens, like all kinds of X-Acto knife, all kinds of crazy things. I've got all these other books that I got at the library that are all about, they're all about watercolor, and that I plan to do the exercises in them. So these are all my paints, and I have them organized. So I've got the blues, the greens, and the neutrals, the reds and the purples, the yellows. I've got some gum Arabic, which I'm still kind of learning how to use. Here's my liquid frisket, which I probably only used like a couple of times. Extra brushes. That back. So I've got some more watercolor or painting stuff. Extra palette. This is another extra palette. This really should be with my oil stuff, but yeah. So I've got more brushes, more stuff. This is actually, this is cool. I got this for like 99 cents, and actually bought two of them. One for my makeup brushes and one for my art brushes. And this is like, I love this. If you're, having trouble cleaning a brush, you can just put this out at the bottom of a bowl of water, whatever you've got your water in, and it creates like friction to clean up your brushes. I love that. So here's all my pencils and markers. erasers, pencil sharpeners, and then I'm trying to make like a little travel watercolor set with these old bottle tops. And this is, there used to be playing cards in here, but I don't use the playing cards, and they got old and kind of, you know, kind of gross, so I threw them out and then cleaned this off, and so I'm going to make a little travel set with this. These are some markers that a friend of mine gave me. These are, they're old Prismacolor markers, and I have never used them, really. Most of them are probably dried out, but I think it would be good to try, you know, right? So I'll probably try to revive them if I can. I think I can revive them with a drop of alcohol. If they are alcohol based, I gotta look it up. So here are my watercolor pencils. This, I got, the same person who gave me those markers gave me these. It was a husband of a friend of mine. When I went to go visit her up in upstate New York, thank you, Michelle and Pete, they gave them to me because he didn't use them, and he had them, and they were just sitting around, so he gave them to me, and I love them. Still kind of learning how to use them. So here are all my colored pencils. I've got some loose ones. Some are actually left over from high school, which was a long time ago. And then this, I got this set of 36. And then this is the paper that I use. I like smooth paper when I'm using colored pencils, which it's been a while. So here's some cheap acrylic paints I bought at, I think I got these at Walmart, and then some old little canvas things that I have that I was playing around with, little unfinished projects. We all have those. Here are all my oil paints from back when I was still doing oil paintings. I miss doing that, but I fell in love with watercolor, and everything fell to the wayside. so yeah. And then this is a finished, this is actually mixed media paper, but I used it as like a, you know, like a sketchbook with some watercolors in there. I'll probably do a sketchbook tour. If you'd like to see that, let me know. And then I have there's some more watercolor actually. This is a Pelican set. This is actually the very first set that I bought, or first palette that I bought myself. I'm pretty sure that I bought it for $8. I see them on Amazon for $12. But yeah, and I was gonna actually throw them out until I did like some swatches, and I was like, no, these are still really good. And I even did like some paintings with them. So yeah, I mean, not still, but they're pretty good for like a cheap set. This makes a good, I think, beginner set. And I might do some videos with that. And then this is the pearlescent this is crap. I mean, I don't like to call things crap. It's not very nice, but it didn't work out for me. But I'm sure I can find some use for them. But yeah, so I got that. And then I don't think there's anything in here. Oh, just some string. So yeah, so that's it. That's my art space. Here it is. It's a nice little corner for me to create. I've got some stuff up on the wall. My little owl there. If you see that blue owl, I made that in kindergarten, and it was the first little art project that I did, and you know, made me fall in love with art. So yeah, so there you go. I hope you enjoyed my little studio tour, my art space tour, and I hope you'll come back for more videos. So if you like what you see here, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. I'm going to try to get videos out every Friday. Thank you so much for watching, and I wish you a great day. Bye-bye.